knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look, Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Better tougher for the snow, we still gon' break roads. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we gotta do this, that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Normally, this would be the time where I'd be like, hey, welcome to the Payne and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly with Barrett and Grant.
And
after yesterday,
I'm sick. I was actually sick after that game. I was sick.
All right, so I warned these guys, this is what I want to do. I need to talk to you guys. Come close. Come real close. We'll talk about this together.
I saw.
All right. I knew. We got to the third quarter, and we hadn't scored an offensive touchdown since the first drive of the game. I know everyone else, was enjoying. We got that pick six. Everyone was jumping up and down, and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling bad about this. I'm looking at the accuracy or the inaccuracy of Caleb Williams, and I was really worried. I was like, the game plan wasn't that bad. There have been multiple plays where I see guys running down the field wide open, and he can't hit him at all. And then I came back. I went back to where everyone said about Justin Fields, and I keep on looking at all the comments. Justin's so glad. We're so glad he's gone. And then I look at Caleb Williams, and I realize he's playing just like him. And that's the problem, because that's not what he's best at. And I worry about that, because I think Justin has the talent to do wonderful things. But the time clock has started. I know this sounds crazy, this is game one, but the time clock has started. He tried to kill DJ Moore. He's trying to kill him. Plain and simple. His inaccurate throws are costing games, costing drives. Ben Johnson wants to go on fourth down. Kind of crazy, but players are wide open, and Caleb can't hit him. I'm just saying. I know this is game one, but I'm beginning to worry. That's all. That's all I want to say. Don't know how much longer we could do it, but I am beginning to worry. Sorry, guys. Just wanted to go through all that.
You've been Bears fans for over how long?
A lot longer than you.
Yeah, I know. I'm the youngest. I'm also a Michigan fan, so I also know these type of heartbreaks.
We're not talking about Michigan. We're talking about Chicago, guys.
No,
and
but
this game was so.
It felt so. Maybe it's like watching Michigan for all them years, make it feel like this is the type of collapse that would.
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you about Michigan? Bring up that team one more time. Bring up JJ McCarthy one more time. See what happens to you.
Oh,
You've been demoted to the bottom. All right. Bring up that team one more time. All right. So we all kind of went through. We saw what happened. Just put the game into perspective. We saw the offense did a great job the first drive and kind of really stalled after that. We saw the defense being, very short-handed, not having probably three of your top five best players not being there. And they held it together for as long as they could. And as Barron said to me, right after that field goal was missed, the tides they changed. Now, this is just coming from me. Grant, you were there. Why don't you tell us what you saw going on?
I don't know where to start. I mean, it was an electric atmosphere. It's been my first regular season Bears game. I've been to all preseason games, but I wanted to see how Monday night, how it would be in Soldier Field, how that atmosphere would be, and it was a pleasant surprise. It was electric. We were all into it. There was a lot of mixture of Vikings fans in there, but besides the point, from what I've seen, from my vantage point, after the first drive still seemed kind of
Clunky,
sloppy. Caleb, from what my vantage point, I was right behind the south goalpost. The feet, the footwork, getting the play in the huddle, everything was just sloppy. And you alluded to this before the season started, all the way back from last year. He got to clean that footwork up.
Yep.
And it's still evident that it's not even close to where it should be in year two. Like I said, first off, I want to give a shout out to the defense for the first 3 quarters. Missing TJ Edwards, missing Jalen Johnson, missing also Kyler Gordon. I mean, you had Nick McLeod. We had Nick McLeod, Nashawn Wright, Tyreek Stevenson. Technically, Tyreek Stevenson was your number 1 corner for the night.
Yep, he was.
He was the number 1 corner for the night. How many receptions Justin Jefferson had going into the fourth quarter? One. Going to the fourth quarter. And I'm telling you, 17-6. And that, like you said, that missed field goal by Santos, you could just hear a pin drop after you missed that field goal, because everybody kind of knew the offense is stalling. They're going 3 and out. My dad says this all the time. The defense is on the field way too much. They're on the field way too much. Eventually, if we don't score anything or sustain a long drive, the other team's quarterback and like a guy like O'Connell, who's very good with scheming up, making adjustments, they're going to eventually figure it out. And God, they figured it out.
Well, you let them stay in the game too long.
Yeah.
You let them stay in the game too long.
Yeah.
All right. So now, Baron, you've seen JJ McCarthy. You've known him for years. We had this conversation earlier today. So he's been through hard times. When he was at Michigan, can't believe you said this name. He didn't. The team was not built around him.
It was built around Hassan Haskins. It was built around Blake Corum. It was built around Donovan Edwards. It's still being built around the running back today.
Yeah, so he had to go into an offense that he had to learn. He had to deal with what they did. Learn how to do what they do.
Learn how to not throw the ball. You're going to throw 20 passes. That's probably going to be your cap for the day.
So he was coming from that. So he's been through a lot of things. So
a lot of slow grinding games where, as you see during the championship run, Ohio State was grind out near the end. Penn State was grind out the whole game.
We don't have to go through all of them. I just want to say, so he's been through it, right? So when you got into the fourth quarter,
were the grind out games.
So when you go to the fourth quarter and you're down 11 points, did you feel like he was out of the game?
No.
17-6, fourth quarter. How'd you feel?
No, they don't. Like, he's done this a couple times in Michigan. Like a big game. Hey, we're tied. We need a touchdown. He does it. Goes down the field, gets a touchdown. He's done it multiple times.
So
that's one of his big things. Like, hey, when it's fourth quarter, he's very clutch and he knows what to do.
How about this? So through the first 3 quarters, he did nothing.
He was terrible.
Nothing. He was awful. Okay. NFL research says JJ McCarthy is the first player since Cam Newton to score 2+ passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown in their NFL debut. That is literally what he did, all in the fourth quarter. 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. That's what the defense collapsed, right? But how did it get the ball so many times? Well, Caleb collapsed too. Caleb threw for the second half 42%. Under 42% completion rating for Caleb Williams in the second half.
Yep.
And then the first half, though he had a very high completion rating, he was missing wide open players.
He started off 10 for 10.
Yeah, but most of the time
those were all dink and dunks because Rome Odunze, there's this one specific play I knew from pre-snap that Rome Odunze, if he was going to do even a seam or a post, he was going to be wide open. The way they rotated defense, you can tell immediately. Caleb didn't even look his way. And guess what he was? Wide open.
Are you talking about the post? The deep post? That they one of the safeties came up and he was over the top. I think
so it was 1-on-1, and then he burnt him he got into the inside. So when that post comes, there's no help in the middle of the field. None. And Caleb could not read it. He was reacting in a way that was very concerning to me because it didn't look like he was doing his pre-snap reads. He wasn't seeing the field well. And then second half, we saw what happened. I mean, we saw DJ Moore be wide ass open. He couldn't hit him the bright side of the barn. We saw Cole Kmet being wide ass open on 4th down, and he couldn't throw it in a 5-foot radius of him, like nowhere near him. We saw the continuously missing wide open receivers. It was hard to watch.
Yeah.
With all that being said, it's not just Caleb's fault. So I talked about a lot of what Caleb done. Caleb did a lot of those things. He was pretty bad. Okay. Ben Johnson had some poor coaching moments. Okay. So in the first half, do you go for it on 4th down or do you take the points?
Especially when you're up by 7. You're already up. You're up 7 already.
So you're trying to build momentum. You're trying to build a culture of scoring. Do you go for the 4th down or just take the 3 points? I don't know. I know
his philosophy.
But the analytics said take the points. Yeah. This is early, and you're in the first game of the season. You're trying to get your rookie quarterback their feet under you, right?
Yeah.
Or first year, I think you have
4 for 3. You have to take points now.
You have to take the points early, right?
And you chose a seam route, not something quick.
But it was open.
He was open. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not mad at the aggressiveness because the Eberflus years were very tentative. We would take the points instantly, whatever. You want to set the tone for the team, the city to say, hey, we're trying to win this game.
Understood.
Like I said, and also too, if you take the points there, and I don't mind taking the points there, but that was a good play call.
Most of the play calls, guys. I'm talking about Ben Johnson. Most of the play calls were good.
They were good.
Yeah,
they were good.
Caleb just missed by a mile. He got DJ Moore killed twice in the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was an open, made to order pass slant, 1st down, overthrown by a mile.
Yep. Okay. Ace says depends on how their defense is playing. 4th and inches. If your defense is playing well, you kick it. If not, we go for it. Okay, I got you. I feel like it was 4th and 3. So Ace knows football. Ace really knows football. 4th and 3 with a young quarterback, his first year under this new offense, but you have the momentum.
Right.
So I understand trying to capitalize on it, but you have to know if you trust your quarterback or not. And I think this is easy to play Monday morning quarterback and that aspect to say
mean Tuesday night quarterback, but yeah.
Well, but they still call Monday morning quarterback. After the game, still saying I know what's best for that. So, but the outcome kind of dictates that, right? I feel like the outcome does dictate. If you didn't have the good outcome, then it kind of becomes a problem. Now, we can all say all those things. The play call in the second half, I don't think it was a problem. Once again, it was just depending on Caleb. And I was worried from the initial interview. He said specifically, for the first couple of quarters, we're going to play. I'm just going to try to distribute the ball, try to get the ball to everybody, play within the system, and then when the game comes on the line, I'm going to go be Superman. Like, do we need him to be Superman?
No.
I mean, I have offense, right? I got DJ Moore. I got Rome Odunze. Booster Bird didn't even get on the field yet. We got Colston Loveland. We got Cole Kmet. Swift was having a decent game out by the second half. We had these guys that are doing things. Did we need Caleb to try to go Superman mode?
Nope.
Has he shown that he could?
What really concerns me about Caleb is I watched the All 22 for hours. I went back and watched the All 22, and JT O'Sullivan, shout out JT O'Sullivan on the quarterback school. Caleb can right now cannot play the quarterback position within the pocket right now. There were his pocket presence right now is very suspect. As far as there were plays where you had guys open, but he's jumping outside the pocket trying to make a Superman play. Almost every other play, just stay in the pocket, play in structure, and you will hit the guy. Just hit him. He's running outside the pocket. I remember the play, the main play I was really disappointed in when he stepped out of bounds, running. He stepped out of bounds, didn't know where his feet were, and still tried to throw the ball. I mean, the fans and the whole Soldier Field would just started booing after that because that's just no self-awareness of what the hell is going on.
But he was experiencing quicksand. One thing went wrong, and then another thing went wrong, and it was hard. So yeah, I'm with you on that. He hasn't even shown that he could be a decent Clark Kent yet. Superman is out of the picture. Exactly. Someone needs to tell him to stop. And here's the worry when you have the number one over quarterback. Kind of what the opposite of JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is going to every team he's going to. They have built an offense around him. They said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build this entire offense around what he does best. All right. Then he goes to USC, right? So start at Oklahoma, go to USC. They do the same thing. In high school, he was so good, unbelievable talent. He has an amazing arm. He's smart. He has all the things you want. They built the offense around him. So he is never going anywhere where he had to learn the offense and be in structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem I always had with Caleb Williams. That's why I wanted Jaden Daniels. That was the reason, because I would rather have a guy who's going to two schools and show me that he's learned the offense and he's been the leader in those things and became the important part, but they didn't build him as the important part. I think those are two different things.
Yeah.
That's the problem with his previous offensive line. He doesn't trust them. That's why he's always scrambling, and his internal clock is way off. That was very obvious too. There are times where the pocket was still clean, and he was still scared.
Yeah, you can see it. You can even see it, even when he has bad footwork. Sometimes he's just start tap dancing. Like after 2 seconds, he starts tap dancing.
Well, no, I think it's more of rush. He's trying not to take all the sacks. He heard all the noise all off season. He heard what the 68 sacks that we allowed. He heard those things that he was holding on to the ball too much. He needs to get out. He needs to go run. Justin Fields would never have allowed those sacks. He heard all those things. So he was trying to be, he was trying to be proactive. He didn't want to be sitting there like a sitting duck. So he was trying to do that. With that being said, I do want to talk about one other thing. Left tackle is a problem. Braxton Jones multiple times was getting ran through. I looked at that position very hard. Like I was expecting him to have a little hesitation because he's not 100% healthy. But I wasn't expecting him to be dominated like he was.
Like most of the time when he gets pressure, it's through the left side. He got pushed straight back into his lap.
He was being dominated powerfully.
I think
by Van Ginkel.
I think Braxton wasn't the problem last night on offensive line. To me, the main thing.
How many pressures he gave up?
But you did not see? You didn't. Jonah Jackson had a worse night. They were getting back there on Jonah Jackson. He had 3 false start penalties.
He did have
three false start penalties. And they couldn't. Tooney did an excellent game yesterday. He was pancaking people, looking for work. Jonah Jackson was letting people constantly get behind him. Swim moves, bull rush. The right guard had a horrible night. Braxton Jones, obviously, we know who he is at this point. But Jonah Jackson, who we traded for and gave an extension on, had a terrible night. last night, and he was getting like it looked pretty bad on the right side of the line. So I would say, like I said, if Braxton Jones, there were a couple of times he got pushed. He was getting bull rushed into Caleb's lap, but Jonah Jackson had a really bad night. Really bad night.
Okay. So after what you just said, I was going to ask, who do you think had the worst PFF grade?
Jonah.
It's not even close.
Yeah. You could tell and you could see it.
I mean, all 22 said film don't lie.
You could feel it. You could feel it during.
Not
during the pass, but especially during the run.
Film don't lie.
So the worst offensive grade that was given from this game was Jonah Jackson, who got a 31.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
Yeah, he was terrible.
The next person on the list is Kyle Monungai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He barely played.
But he was messing up immediately.
He was
missing blocks.
He looked lost out there
He's not ready for the NFL. And I told you guys this when we were discussing the season before. He's not ready for the NFL yet. Third, Colston Loveland didn't play as much as we thought he was.
It was more like Komet, Zacchaeus, all established guys.
Those guys were all good. Fourth was Luther Burden with 55.2, and fifth was DeAndre Swift, and he was our best running back, 55.4.
Yeah, but until the fourth quarter, he didn't look very great, very good.
Well, he's doing the same thing he did last year. I mean, the same thing. Holes were there. He's running right into people, running to his own blockers. He's trying to jump to the outside still. It's the same stuff. He tried.
You can
tell he's being more physical. He
trucked some people.
He was trying to play. So I have no problem with DeAndre Swift learning how to do that. I have very little problem with that. My problem is, so I look at Jonah Jackson, who pass blocking grade was a 22.6.
Yeah. He looked bad, man. I mean,
that's I don't know if you ever seen anything that bad.
That's high school Harry, man. That's not even. No, that's for what we gave him, what we gave up for him. You know, we let Tevin Jenkins go. That could be a right guard right there.
I said it right. I said you move Tevin Jenkins to right, and that's what he's best at, and let him play there. Who do you think had the best offensive line grade?
Joe Tooney.
Nope.
No, Drew Dowman.
Nope.
Darnell Wright. He had a pretty good game.
He had a good game, but he had a couple false starts.
He did have a couple false starts, but who had he had over 82%.
Yeah.
He was a monster. I'm just letting you know.
No, that holding call was a bad call.
It was the worst holding call I've ever seen. He literally did exactly what you took the offensive line.
He has fouled.
So the guy was coming. He knocked his hands down, right?
Yeah.
And then he's falling down. He pushes him down, and then jumps on top. But he didn't hold him down. He just pushed him down, and then he went like this. That was right. It was right.
That was the first down, by the way. That play was the first down.
Yeah. That was screen pass, and first down.
So, I mean, all these things are really bad. So what it tells you is that the offense is a work in progress. Did we not know that was going to happen? It's going to be a work in progress?
Yeah. Not really. We didn't expect it to be kind of hit and miss.
That was exactly what we thought. We thought it was not going to be ready.
Progress.
Yeah.
People thought he was coming out. You're not a real football guru fan if you thought that offense would come out there guns blazing, throwing 350 yards, 5 touchdowns, knowing come on now. I mean, it's still a work in progress. You just learn a new system. Darren, you alluded to it. You said they might not get it till week 7.
Yeah,
clicking on all cylinders. So I'm not surprised by the effort. But I'll let you go through it, Brian, because I want to talk about this defense at some point.
Okay. The next thing I want to talk about, I'm still on Ben Johnson, so I want to talk about the end of the game.
Yeah.
Why is Tory Taylor not out there? Well,
I mean, for what? You practice what you're going to practice, okay? So if you have a kicker, Santos being your kickoff guy, and we all know he doesn't have a strong leg. He's not a strong leg guy. He's more accurate, but he's not a strong leg guy. How do you not tell him to kick the ball out of bounds? Where they land does not matter because you got to stop them from getting the first down.
Yeah.
Kick the ball out of bounds. Save the time. If they did that,
they would have an extra 40 seconds. They would have.
Did you see O'Connell, how surprised he was that they kicked it in a place? He was like, "Oh my God, let him go. Let him come on." And they wasted full 40 seconds. Because if you kicked it out of bounds, you start first down without having the clock run.
You stop it quick. It's 2-minute warning. Stop it again. Timeout. Stop him again. Kick. You have like minute 10.
I'm one of the guys.
Minute 10.
I'm one of the guys that said they should have went onside kick there. We had one timeout left. I thought they should have went onside kick.
I think onside kick is so rare
to
hit right now. Yeah. You can win. You can win if you keep the ball out of bounds and you stop them on defense. Because the reason why, so how did they score the first one, right? Because a short field, right?
All their points it's like block.
We missed it.
Block, missed field goal. Block punt.
Mm-hmm.
Block punt. Duvernay decided to catch, caught in the end zone, decided to run it out.
Yeah. These are all issues. So if it's not a short field,
they can't move.
Then they don't move. So a long field against the defense, all of a sudden they're back to doing what they're doing. They're not good at that yet. You stop them, they punt the ball, and you give opportunity for this offense to actually do something. And as long as Caleb doesn't kill DJ Moore, they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Ben Johnson's at fault for that. I think he's at fault for allowing Caleb to do the things he was doing. I think he's at fault for running the ball with DJ Moore. I didn't like that at all. I think he's at fault for not getting another running back, going to the game with two running backs and one running back who doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Pretty much having your best running back be Caleb Williams.
I mean, these are issues. The offensive line, it didn't seem like the offense was in sync.
It felt like everyone was off timing.
I do think too, being in the stadium and watching, they were doing too much at the offensive line pre-snap. They were doing way too much. Too many motions. For a guy like Caleb,
that's the system.
But I think right now with Caleb, we saw how he looked last year with the cadences and stuff like that. Though.
You can't water it down, because then if you water it down for a Brian Flores defense,
they will kill you.
I get that, but I also think
they had two people here, not having Harrison there, right?
Yeah,
not having Harrison, it hurt that defense. So he's the captain of their defense. They didn't make as many moves as I thought they were going to do. The defensive line was a monster. They didn't make as many moves as I thought they were going to make, right? They didn't blitz as much as we thought they were going to do.
They did in the fourth quarter.
Because they knew they could, once they're up, they can put their head back, and every pass rusher knows what to do. Yeah. Let's go get them. They're going to throw the ball. Yeah. So I felt like in the game, the way for me, I feel like they found us out. By the fourth quarter, they realized, your DBs aren't superstar DBs. Your defensive line is tired. Caleb can't beat us.
Yeah.
Another thing.
You only have one true linebacker. Even though I admit
Noah Sewell had a good game, man.
Well, I disagree with that 100%.
I think it's a 3.
No, he had a really good game.
Noah Sewell had a great game for being thrown, because I thought Hippolyte, you thought Hippolyte was going to get most of the reps. Mm-hmm. Noah Sewell took that role and he ran with that opportunity. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I have no problem with Noah Sewell.
They did expose him, and they knew he wasn't a good coverage. You got to get better with coverage. That's when they exposed him with the Aaron Jones touchdown. But
we knew that about him.
But we knew that.
Yeah.
But I'll allude to this too, watching also the All 22. Do you know the Bears ran the same play? The first drive of the game, the first drive of the second quarter, and the first drive of the fourth quarter, they all ran the same play, spacing. So they have a receiver, they have the outside receiver comes in and running in like a hitch, a stop route in the middle of the field. Mm-hmm. And I think they have the tight ends or somebody run flats or something like that. They ran that play 4 or 5 times.
That's okay. That's a bread and butter type of play.
No, it is. But also, what concerns me about that is that I think that goes to show you that they kind of have to dummy down the playbook for Caleb at the moment. If they're going to run just to get him completions. So I think. Go ahead.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
If someone in this summertime,
what you mean,
or in fall and ball in training camp, you call a play, and someone's getting the ball out on rhythm, and you're trying to get your quarterback to find his rhythm. You call the plays that he's the most comfortable with, because he's always successful at that play. Now you mix it up with other stuff, but that quarterback knows, okay, I'm having a good feeling about these plays. I know I can get the ball out on time. You're trying to teach him timing. This is the problem I had throughout the game. I felt like Minnesota, even though McCarthy wasn't doing much, all their plays were on time.
Mm-hmm.
All the catches were on time. All the routes were on time. They weren't hitting any of them, but it was all on time. What was going on with the line made sense. What was going on with him made sense. What was going on with the running backs made sense. What was going on with the receivers. So even though he wasn't there ready for it, all of it was on time. From the first play, every single play that the Bears was doing was not on time. The balls were either behind or in front, or something wasn't right. The drop wasn't right. The blocking wasn't right. There was something missing on all of it. And not because it was coached poorly, because they're playing it poorly. They're not ready. And I think we're going to get a different Bears team next week. I do believe,
because it does feel like everybody was like Caleb most of the time was a tick early, always a tick early on Prince. I feel like in every play, and the line was always a tick late.
No, Caleb was late on a few.
He was late on all the
He was late. I'm talking about the routes are already ran, and he's just now seeing over there. Oh, damn, it was open. He missed it. He was late. Especially on the out routes, he was late on almost 90% of those out routes that was on the first read. He was late on.
Don't know if he doesn't see it. I feel like pre-snap he is not seeing it, and usually what happens is they change the defense. You have Harrison there; he'll be 10 yards away from where he's really covering. That did not happen multiple times last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And I think the worst part for us is that when you look at the stats, it's going to look at 21-35 for 210 yards and a touchdown. People are going to say he had a pretty good game. He did not. He had an atrocious second half. I've never seen a second half as bad. He couldn't playing catch. He would throw it 5 yards away. Like, I don't know what was going on. His timing was off. His footwork was off, and he went to hero ball mode. It wasn't good.
There was a third and I think there was a third and long, and he had Komet was in the flat, and Adunze was running an out route.
Mm-hmm.
He threw that ball to almost where the mascot was over there on the sideline. We didn't know who he was throwing the ball to. That's how bad it looked.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know who he was. We didn't know what the read was. We just throwing it. He didn't know what he was even looking at. That's what concerns me with him, is that he looks uncomfortable. He looks like everything is still moving too fast for him. And like you said, he doesn't trust the offensive line game for the most part. Jonah Jackson had a pretty bad game, and then Braxton Jones had a pretty good. He had a lot.
Braxton was getting ran over, right? But it wasn't getting ran over in 3 seconds. He was still getting.
He had a lot of clean pockets. He had a lot of clean pockets back.
He was getting ran over, but if you were getting the ball out,
he should have been getting the ball.
Yeah.
You had DJ Moore was open a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
What me and my dad talked about this too. We got Colston, Loveland, and Komet. I think Komet only had one catch the whole game. One. Loveland had 2, but one of them he threw behind Loveland. He had to make a juggling catch just to catch it.
Yep.
We got these tight ends, and that's where it comes back to polls on this one. You're getting all these weapons and stuff like that. If you're not going to you gave Cole an extension. You drafted Colston Loveland in the first round. If you're not going to use these guys and Caleb can't find them, it's another wasted pick.
You can't blame him for that.
That's on Caleb.
I'm not blaming him, but I feel like too that with him, the tight end was that pick number 10 was a luxury pick. We didn't need a tight end. I loved it at the time, But I think if Caleb has had trouble finding tight ends last year, he can't for some reason.
Yeah,
like he can't read the middle of the field.
I told you that what was my complaint all off season? That I feel like they didn't make a decision what type of team they wanted to be.
Yeah.
I have no problem with having Luther Burden on my team. I think he's really talented.
He really
I have
is
no
talented.
problem with Colston Loveland being on my team. He's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to the offseason saying we need a left tackle and a running back.
Yeah.
We left that with Kyle Manungai.
Yeah. A 7th round pick. 7th round pick.
We knew we needed a left tackle and a running back, and we left out the draft with Kyle Manungai.
Yeah.
And another right tackle.
At some
That's
point,
where I blame him on. I don't blame him for all the other stuff. I blame him for not getting. You can choose what you want. Get all the players you want to get. Get everyone you get. Come out of the draft with your left tackle and a running back.
And I hate to be that guy. But I was talking with Bear fans the other day. Yesterday, I was talking to him. How many points did the Jets put up on Sunday?
32.
Come on. Let's not go to the Justin Fields place. You know we all want to be there. We all want to say you could just kept your Justin Fields and other
but
you know what? It's gone. I love him.
But it's gone.
It's gone. It doesn't matter anymore. It does not matter anymore. Caleb is here, and all we can do is hope that he can figure this out.
Yeah.
And that he ended the game and he said, we gotta keep on growing.
Yeah.
And I wish he said, I need to keep on growing.
Yep.
I need to keep. I wish he would say, I didn't do what was best for this team. I wasn't the one. I wasn't playing at my best level, and I need to do better for him. Put it on him, because then it feels like he's a leader. He's the star. He really is that guy. He's going to grow up into it. Instead of saying we need to do it, no, sometimes you got to say, I need to do it. And I thought that was his opportunity.
But I did like what Ben Johnson said. Ben Johnson took accountability. He said, hey, I made some calls that, I probably with the challenge play, even though I felt
no, it was plain as day on TV that his knee was down. Plain as day. I was like, really?
Yeah.
You want to call that a challenge?
Yeah.
No one said, don't do it. Reconsider.
Yeah.
He's dead. He just threw it out before he already.
Well, I mean, we in the state of we all wanted him to challenge it just because we thought that I thought, if he caught the ball, was it Hawkinson, right? He caught the ball. He was trying to get up. Nobody touched him. And then the first person that touched him was Noah Sue punching the ball out. That's what I thought.
But it wasn't the first person that touched him. And his knee was still on the ground.
Yeah.
So it didn't
matter. I said, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I did like what Ben Johnson had to say. He has to be better with knowing the situations, and he took accountability for that. So that shows me that Ben Johnson, he's in it. He cares. He's not going to blame that. Well, we got to back and look at the tape. I mean, we all know that. You got to go back and look at it. The wise Nagy reference. But like I said, I think it comes down to just understanding that Detroit's coming up, division opponent. They know you
can't afford to start the season 0-2, especially in games where you could have won.
Yeah.
And Detroit's coming off a butt whooping. Green Bay whooped their tail. I mean, just up and down the field, couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have to go up to Detroit.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy environment up there in Detroit. The first home game of the year for them. So and then we got Dallas coming after that. So I'm not concerned about that. I mean,
I don't want to be 0-2 in the division. Now. I'm not right now. I don't want to be.
Now.
It's the third game. It's the third game.
After I saw how they would look against the Eagles,
it doesn't matter because it's the third game. So what we gotta do right now is the game.
Take care of the division. Take care of the division. Take care of the division.
If you go out 0-2 in this division, then the season's over.
Already.
Then you're looking at now who's coming down the pole. So the Bears are right now 5.5 point underdogs against the Detroit Lions.
Seems fair.
What are your expectations for this game?
Don't collapse. Key one, don't collapse like this.
What's your expectations for this game?
It's all going to depend on who is available off the injury report. Can Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson, because I don't know about TJ Edwards, he might be out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's 3 weeks. So
if Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson plays this week, then I think the defense is gonna have a field day on Jared Goff. But that all.
What if it's just one?
I'll take one. If it's JJ, then if it's JJ, I'm fine. If it's Kyler, I'm fine. But my expectation for this game is I think the offense is gonna have a better day than yesterday. But I still think it's gonna be a work in progress. That stuff is not going to click yet. So we have to understand that after this game, I think Caleb's gonna try to. It's up to Ben Johnson to not make Caleb press harder to try to. Okay, we got to get this thing right now before it gets out of our. Because if he does that, he's really going to start pressing. Overthrowing and overthinking and not getting the calls in, all that type of stuff. So the main thing I'm looking for is going to tell a lot about Caleb's character and his team as a whole. A tough loss like that against a division opponent, against a rookie quarterback. Now you're going against a team who's been in the playoff the last few years. And now they just got blown out. They're going to be looking for a lot of energy and looking for the crowd to bring it. It's time for us to take advantage of that and come off.
Sure this is not a get right game.
That would get right game for them. Where they just say, "Oh yeah, we figured this out. Oh yeah, we can use them." No, but my expectation is it's going to be a close game, but I think it's going to be a low scoring game. That's what I think it's going to be. That's my expectation for this week against Detroit.
All right, what about you, Baron?
Yeah, we need to actually have a moment where. I just want to see Caleb stop having his happy feet moments, like you can see in the pocket. You can see when he throws. Half the time he's leaning against the offensive lineman when he throws. Like he feels like always looking like twitching and looking around like.
No, he's not comfortable in the office, so he's trying to be as proactive. I understand why he's doing what he's doing. But you're saying that he needs to be able to
calm down, French keyword, calm down.
And stay within the offense for a little bit.
Yeah. French keyword is calm down.
Okay.
Because you could tell he at the second half, he looked rushed.
I just don't think they got out coached in the second half too. They didn't make any adjustments. Brian Flores made adjustments.
No, O'Connell said from the beginning. I know exactly how it's going on. He kept on giving. He kept on saying positive things for JJ. Kept on being positive. We're gonna go. We're gonna score. We're gonna go here. We're gonna tie this game up. We're going. No matter what's happening, we're gonna go out. We're gonna get it back. This is what we're gonna do. So he's very positive, and he kept on calling good plays, even though he took his time because he knows he's a young quarterback. Ace asks, how many points do you think they can score this weekend? Now, I told you Braxton Jones didn't have a great game. PFF always loved Braxton Jones. I'm telling you, because they don't mind him just getting ran through. They don't mind him just being, a speed bump on the way. Whoa, watch out! Got to slow down over that speed bump real quick.
Yeah, PFF loves just giving out grades, and they don't watch they don't watch the actual game to go off. Did he give up a sack? Well, we get 95 grade because he gave up a sack. So
no, he said he didn't give up the sack, and he didn't give the rush because he was ran over. They did trip over his dead body, so it was okay. So my question is, how does Aiden Hutchinson go against that guy?
He's gonna kill him.
We're gonna have to probably run a lot of 12 personnel and make Cole Kmet another eligible tackle for most of this game, like he did this game. So I think that's what
we'll probably have a 6 lineman to cover.
Eligible tackle. You're gonna have to run 12 personnel a lot.
Benedict was doing that. Benedict was there a lot because they weren't.
Oh yeah, that was 79. That was him. That
was in there a lot.
Bringing him in there. So he looked good from what I saw.
I worry about Hutchinson. It's more like he's sweating like it's a nickel night. Dude, he's so bad. It's so bad. He does so much. Okay. What are the keys to winning this game? I'm gonna give you one. Okay.
Yeah.
Run the ball.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you one.
Run the damn ball.
If Aiden Hutchinson knows that you're gonna pass the ball,
you're cooked. You're done.
You're in trouble. All right. I gave you one. Grant, give another one. The key to winning the game.
Get pressure on Jared Goff.
He's not too well under pressure.
Get pressure on him.
Mm-hmm. I like that. All right, Baron, give me another key to winning this game.
Stop the run game. Sonic and Knuckles is back there. You better stop them.
And we saw Green Bay showed you how to do it.
And
Dio Odebo had a pretty good game.
Damn good game.
He's good.
He had a pretty
good
game. And Westman had a pretty good game too. Start with a K. What's his name? Number 69. I think it's got off the practice squad.
Cassingo.
Yes. The one who just came off the practice squad?
Yes. Yeah. He was getting pressure on but Adebo really impressed me.
He looked like you could tell he definitely was the pressure dude. He was constantly pushing the pocket.
Yeah, I feel like Dexter and Garrett were kind of controlling the pocket, making sure trying to keep the lanes together. Montez Sweat didn't really blow, do anything special. But he played the run well, but he didn't do anything special. Dio was strong, really strong.
Brisker was out there healthy.
Billings was good. Brisker wasn't trying to kill himself. So all those things were positive. So we'll see how it goes going forward for us.
Tyreek also had a pretty good game too, though. It's just that PI was not the PI. It got tripped.
That was horrible. That was horrible.
We did get a couple 3. I feel like the refs were trying to keep the game close and not realizing that we were one place away from just falling apart.
That was a horrible one. That was immediately followed up with the touchdown that gave him the lead.
I still say Darnell Wright was the worst. Darnell Wright, that pass.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was. I mean, Holden. What are you talking about? Holden.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm going to say it's too early in the season for me to just go turn against my Bears. I'm gonna say the Bears find a way to win 21-20.
I'm not as confident. Lions win 24-21.
I'll probably say Lions win 17-14.
I hope I'm the right one.
Yeah, I am. I'm too, but I'm probably going to be the right one. Based on how the Bears are, it's probably going to be me.
No, the Bears, whatever you think they're going to be terrible, they'll be good. And as soon as you think they'll be good, they'll be terrible.
Remember last year, right? When they played Green Bay, you was like probably gonna get smoked. Probably get smoked because we have all these injuries, and they played like they played it.
Their hair was on fire. So run the ball between the damn tackles, okay? Joe Tooney, and they will be better. Run the ball.
But the thing is, I'm like, okay, we need another running back, an actual running back, not common on guy.
Well, the Eagles just traded for one today.
Tank Bigsby, man.
Why can't you get him? Why can't you get him?
Tank Bigsby was a great job. That was a great trade, and that's going to matter a lot, I think, going forward for the Eagles.
Because I think AJ Dillon's not going to stay there.
He has neck problems too. AJ Dillon got neck problems.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that is the end of our football for the Bears segment. I'm going to try to bring in Martin because if he's ready, because he's going to give us waiver wires for the IDP. I'm going to give you waiver wires for offense. We could talk about this, but I want to talk about fantasy football week 2. What are you going to do if you lost? I lost two of my 13 leagues. So
and also 2 to me. 2 to me.
I don't count those. Those are best ball leagues. I have no control about.
I still won.
You're like, I did it. You didn't do nothing. No one knows nothing about nothing. I did it. I was like, all right. What's up, Martin?
What's up, Martin? Guys? How are you guys?
Good. Well, not good.
Well, sorry for your loss. I know that was rough. I was actually
trying to kill us.
I was actually pissed off about it yesterday. Brian knows. I thought you guys had it, and then but we won't. I'm not gonna add salt to the wound. You guys had a good 30, 45 minutes
of crying. We're done crying.
Yeah, this is I make fun of Brian. I've been making fun of Brian for the last 3 years. I'm like, if you want to see Brian cry, come on Tuesdays.
We're too used to it.
So
we're way too used to it.
Sometimes he'll go on a big rant, and those are those you just want to eat dinner at and just watch. So how'd you guys do fantasy football wise? 1-0,
My league, I won my matchup in my league.
Your main ones, your most important ones. Those
yeah,
are the ones
I won my matchup. My
okay,
most important
all right.
1-1. I was 1-1.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
1-0.
All right. Well, hey, I'm still waiting on stat corrections tonight on my main league. I don't know what happened, but that DJ Moore fumble kind of threw everything off.
It's not a fumble if they snapped the ball and it just hit him. How is that a fumble?
I didn't think it was a fumble. Look, the way they called it, but on all fantasy platforms, they're considering it a fumble. So now we have to adjust to it. So I was up by 2 points, and then that happened. Then for some reason my opponent went up 3 points. I only went up 1, and then later in the night it reconfigured itself to where I went back down 2 points, and we were tied for like
I think you won by
point 1. That's what it stands now, but I'm gonna wait till stat corrections. But yeah, so outside of what we do from the Bear Show on Tuesday nights, Wednesdays we do our regular shenanigans. We kind of talk about whatever we help dynasty lineups, regular redraft lineups, outside of Sunday startups. But and then we do gridiron heights, which we absolutely love. But we are trying to focus on IDP, individual defensive players, and I have 3 positions for each position: linebackers, D linemen, and DBs. So if you don't know what IDP is, it's basically individual defensive players instead of having a whole defense like the Lions, the Packers, the Bears, the Vikings. Like those are your defenses that are carrying they get your points. Here you can actually have Michael Parsons, you can have Drew Tranquil, you can have Grant on there. Like it's just as safeties, linebackers, DBs. So not a lot of injuries this week, thank God, on defense. But let's start with the DBs. From Denver, who is no longer a San Francisco 49er, which is sad, but it is Tua Hufanga. Had a forced fumble, 3 assists, and 7 solos, and he's only rostered 33%.
Wow.
So if you need a safety, there you go. He's probably my number 1 choice right now as for safeties. But overall, in general, I'm surprised he was so low and at 33%. All these guys, and I have my second one out of LA is Cam Curl, another one. 33.
Can you surprise? I'm surprised he plays so well.
Yeah. No, he stopped every single time they went to his side of the ball. He had himself 2 assists with 8 solos, also rostered at 33%. I was like, okay. It doesn't surprise me that Kyle Duggar is probably a free agent and he's probably gonna end up on the waivers at some point. Mm-hmm. There's always 2 names that I bring up, and one of them already made waiver wire number 2, but he's a linebacker. I'll bring him up. And then another one, which I don't think anybody knows who this is because I had to look him up, but I was surprised because I forgot about him. But Jaguars, if Hunter isn't playing both sides of the ball, there's one dude out there who's making plays, only 3% rostered, and that is Jordan Lewis. And that's Jou.
Oh yeah, Jordan Lewis, yeah.
Jordan Lewis had a fumble recovery, an interception, 3 pass deflections, an assist, and 3 solos. So the man was all over the place. Mm-hmm. So those are my top 3 DBs. If you need a DB, I would consider one of them because week 1 and 2 are very important. Sometimes these guys end up having the starter jobs and they just end up flourishing the rest of the season. So I'm kind of wondering what you guys are gonna have for running backs because there was really not,
I mean, there are a couple guys. I mean,
yeah, but right now there wasn't like big time. But I'll let you handle that. So as for the D lineman, I had Harold Landry, who plays for New England now.
Okay.
He had dual eligibility, both D line and linebacker.
Yep.
Had 4 QB hits, 2.5 sacks, 1 assist, 3 tackles for loss, and 4 solos.
Jesus Christ.
And he's only 50% rostered. So he's probably out there. If he's not, then you're part of the 50 that he's rostered. Harold Landry is kind of one of those big names, but I was surprised that he was only at 50%. Another guy who I thought was also at 50% was Brian Young out of the LA Rams. Mm-hmm. Also dual eligibility, both linebacker and defensive line. Had himself 2 quarterback hits, a sack, 4 assists, 1 tackle for loss, and 5 solos.
Okay.
So I like them because they have that dual eligibility. You could flex them. You could put them. You don't have to just put them in the flex. You put them in the roster spots and still have an extra flex in there and not take up that flex. So it's kind of nice to kind of play with that. If you haven't had IDP, again, I strongly advise to check it out. Start with 5 at least minimum. Don't do 1 or 2. But and then my last one, Brian's boy Carl Granderson. He had him on his dynasty roster last 2 seasons. I don't think.
And I finally got rid of him, and
yeah,
he pops off.
And he pops off. I mean, he did okay. He's only 25% roster, so don't feel too bad. Not a lot of people are actually on the hot roster for Carl Granderson. He only had himself to a quarterback hit, 1.5 sacks, assist tackle for loss, and 5 solos. So good, but again, you're not the only one, Brian. So
I have a guy I want to ask you about. Isaiah McGuire.
Okay.
Who's Isaiah McGuire? Opposite of the best defensive line in the game, Myles Garrett. The guy opposite of Myles Garrett always has a great season. Do you think he could continue his unbelievable play? Because Isaiah McGuire, I believe, had 6 tackles, a sack, and 2 more pressures. And he's only like, I think it's like 10% roster.
Every year, it's always like a new guy. And
whoever the next guy is, yeah.
And if it like Myles Garrett can contain that entire line and then make it easier for the other end. And that like I'm not scared to try and gamble with them. If my D line is hurting, you can try and get them, but it's always 50-50. Because unless Myles is doing good, he ain't good.
Dude, Myles was a monster this past week.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Cannot wait.
I think because of him, he boosted up my ego a little bit from the morning. I was like, hell yeah. Like Joe Burrow, like he just can't run away from the monster. That's his nightmare, I swear. Okay, and I'm gonna end it with the linebackers, just because that's what everybody has. That's our bread and money makers right there. That is the running back, the QB. The main wide receiver to your rosters is the linebackers. Why? Because they're right in the middle. They plug up holes. They disrupt the running backs. They get sacks. They catch interceptions. They make tackles. And like I said, every year this man makes waiver wire. He might as well just be on dynasty rosters from here on out. Drew Tranquil, only 38%. Out of Kansas City, 1 assist, 5 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 QB hits. So he was. I got worried about him. He did get hurt, but he came back in and he did really good. So I'm not too worried about the rest of how he's going to perform the rest of the season because Drew Tranquil does Drew Tranquil things.
Yep.
And my other 2 linebackers, same division, Pete Warner and Servache Davis, 23% for Pete Warner, 2 assists, 7 tackles, 1 sack, and a QB hit. And Servache Davis, 1 assist, 2 tackles for loss, and 7 solos. Only 10% rostered. Those are the linebackers I have.
Okay. So I got a question for you, for another guy, for me. It's a guy that I put on my Texas squad. I had a hard time putting in my Texas squad, but I did it anyway because I wasn't sure. Demetrius Knight. Oh, the linebacker for the Bengals.
25-year-old.
I knew. I was like, I should not put him in the thing, but I was like.
You knew Jermaine Pratt was gone.
Exactly. I was like, man, I was looking
someone had to fill in the spot.
And all he's doing is making all the tackles for every damn play.
I can say the same thing for Jack Sanborn if you had Micah Parsons.
Sanborn, yep.
Yeah. Who you guys are very familiar with because he did really good his rookie year with you guys. So if there's a superstar that leaves, someone's got to come in. That's how Bernard and the Buffalo Bills got himself that big name. And now he's like the main guy right next to Matt Milano. Why? Because Matt Milano was gone for 2 seasons straight, basically.
Bernard's better than Matt Milano right now. He's a better prospect, honestly.
Yes. So that's basically for the IDP. Good luck if you're playing IDP. Again, if you're not, try it out. Look it up, ask about it. We're going to be talking about it all season. I'm going to try to be here every Tuesday with these guys after they talk about their Chicago Bears.
Hopefully not crying all the time. Hopefully we can celebrate one of these times.
I mean, you got to at least get 5.
I don't know, man.
At least get 5.
We'll know after next week. We'll know if it's going to be 5 or it's going to be
yeah. But yeah,
awesome. I think those are also all good picks. The people I enjoy. Why don't you stay for a second? I want to ask you about the guys I had for some of these places. Okay. So I'm gonna start off a running back, and if you guys have a guy, you throw it out there. But for me, Zach Charbonnet has to be someone that you're looking on the waiver wire if he's there. You know,
if they would have listened to me, they would already have him.
I know, but
I said
he's going to run now. I worry about 9, but Charbonnet is doing. He's doing it, man.
Surprise, Zach's the one. He replace K9.
I don't know if he's the number one. I don't know if he's the number one going forward.
It will be the transition year.
It's going to be 50-50.
I said multiple times that Kenneth Walker cannot stay healthy. How many seasons can you remember?
He's hurt every year.
Yeah, he's hurt.
He hasn't had a single year. Zach Charbonnet should have been rostered at least by your 4th or 5th round. If he survived past the 5th round, you were wrong. He should have been picked up.
I agree. What do you feel about Dylan Sampson with the Browns? He looks like he's the dude who's going to get. But are you worried about
that Judkins is going to practice Wednesday?
Yep.
So he should be able to play this week, right?
He should be. Yes, he should be, because once they start practicing, they're eligible to start.
He's going to be on a pitch count.
Dylan Sampson's going to be good for this week. It's the next week I'm worried about, unless QJ decides, I'm feeling good. They're going to keep running him. So I don't
know. And then I guess there's really not a long list, but Ken Gainwell with the Steelers. He looks like they're going to give him the damn ball 40% of the time.
He's on kickoffs. He's on kickoffs too.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm not worried about the Tanks Beast trade. You guys mentioned that earlier. I was watching. I'm not worried about that. They specifically. It's because of the kickoff you mentioned, Grant, is why they're going to take him off by doing it. And I was even thinking about this about a rookie, who was it, Hampton, that they were having him as a kick returner. And I was like, why are they trying to hurt him? That's kind of the same concept. Sirianni, I hate the guy, but for the first time, I was like, he's actually playing smart. If Gainwell's going to be his kick returner, he can't be his main back either.
So no, Gainwell was Steelers, right? So because Gainwell is with Steelers now.
Yeah. So when he was, my bad.
So we had Gainwell on Eagles prayer
with them, as he never got to show. Now he's behind with Warner, and it's like anybody who had Johnson, it's just forget about.
Dude, he might not see the field. He might not see the field.
If you have kick return yards, use it, because he did actually pretty good on kick returns and punt returns. He actually got it's almost like 9 points. So
that's it. Running backs wise was real tough. It was real lean this week. I couldn't see much of anything.
Yeah,
Genty didn't have a good game.
Javonte Williams had a pretty good game, though.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, but I think he's probably drafted in most leagues still. Even though he's not this unbelievable, he's probably drafted. He's not going to be, he's not starting in all of them, but he's drafted there.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Dylan Sampson is a free agent in my league, though. He's on the waiver wire.
He should be relevant this week. Next week,
maybe not.
I think Judkins is going to be taking over most of it after that.
Okay.
So that's a little weird. Yeah. You could take a stab at it.
I'm saying maybe at 1 week. I just don't know if you're going to do it multiple weeks, but he's going to be 4. This is probably something you should be dropping, because it doesn't look like he's going to have an opportunity.
Yeah.
But he could be the number 2. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Sampson looks like he might be in QJ.
Yeah.
Quinshawn might be the guy. So I don't know. Wide receivers. Is this real or is this fake with Quentin Johnston? Is this real?
He came.
Did he find develop hands? Did he find develop hands?
I guess so. Because we have been making fun of him for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And he might just develop hands.
But he is the #1 target right now.
And throwing the ball a lot for what a receiver, a quarterback that can throw the damn ball.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
And this should have been this years ago. But finally, and you know what? And I seriously, anybody who had him on Dynasty had him starting.
Yeah,
I really doubt it.
Yeah.
No one had him starting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he had what? 5.
Did John Harbaugh teach him how to use his hands?
Something.
Throw him the ball. Did he throw him the ball?
But
did he get mad at him and throw the ball at him to the point you learn how to catch?
I don't want to get overly excited over him.
That's the worry.
Because
what if it just goes back to being regular?
Yes. Take away the 2 touchdowns. What did he have?
Yeah.
Only 7 targets with
7 targets,
and 79 yards.
Okay? Yeah. Which is not bad.
It's not.
That's damn good for him.
Good for a second. That's good for.
I would hope that he would have had more targets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and he's supposedly the #1, right?
That's what they're saying.
Supposedly.
Behind
he is running a John Harbaugh offense. So
I kept looking over. It was always Keenan. So I don't know.
I got a question about another receiver. They had a pretty good game. Michael Pittman from the Colts. Pittman.
Dude, the Miami Dolphins might be one of the worst team this year.
Well,
it might be the worst.
He had a pretty good game. He's on waivers right now, and I want to see would that be a good pickup.
He shouldn't be on waivers. I don't know why he's on waivers.
In my league, he's on waivers. In my league.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Someone's made a mistake.
He's the #1 guy. Like, say what you want to say about Daniel Jones.
Indiana Jones? That's what Daniel Indiana Jones. Let's go.
But he's always like, he's so clunky and weird, and I think that's just why nobody really likes him, because of the way he plays. But he still produces. Like, look what he did with Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
He produces receivers, but he's not the greatest. Like, no, he's not the like most flashiest pick, and that's the problem.
But he can run. He can throw,
and he gives it to his receivers.
And when you have a good running back, he gets the ball to the running back too.
When he has a #1 receiver, he focuses on the #1 receiver, and that's what I like about him. Yeah. Michael Pittman is the #1 receiver there, and he had himself a pretty good game. I myself had Michael Pittman on the bench as well.
Didn't I argue this? Like we talked about this on Sunday. I said
Michael
Pittman should be the dude. I said, like, look, I think he's the one who's going to be the possession receiver. He's the one that they're going to look for.
See how well the connection was, and now that we see it, if you had him in, good for you. You probably won your week.
Yeah,
because he did contribute a lot, especially in a full PPR.
What do you think about Kayshon Boutte with the Patriots?
Get him.
I don't know how.
I'm surprised.
I don't know how.
Last year he stunk.
He was terrible. Last year he's available, guys. He's only in 23% of the leagues. He's available in almost every league.
What's crazy is last year I drafted him in my Dynasty League, and I immediately dropped him off the offseason because I didn't think he had it in him. I'm like, no.
He's an average size receiver who's not fast. It doesn't have great route running.
But it might work. It works in New England. How many average wide receivers that aren't fast become Hall of Famers in New England?
Welker was short.
The answer,
Welker he was pretty.
He wasn't fast. He was quick.
Shortness made him look bad.
Edelman.
These guys are none of these guys are good.
Amendola.
They're short, slow guys, but they're quick and they can play. Mm-hmm. And New England knows how to start them. Do you think Hollywood Brown is someone that you should be picking up again?
Yeah, because Worthy's going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, definitely.
And Rasheed Price is suspended, so.
And Hollywood Brown is available now in 74% of leagues.
Yeah.
And Juju also hurt too?
Juju had a pretty good game, actually.
Yeah, he did, but I think I can't remember.
Did he get injured at the end of the game?
He got hurt during the game.
Yeah, but he's Juju though, so I don't know. Yeah. And
I'm not going after Juju.
The player I want to talk about was Cedric Tillman. You kind of called it. So
I told you. He's
Yeah,
gonna be the one. Jerry Jeudy is not gonna be the one. It's gonna be
apparently neither than Njoku.
Also, Harold Fanning has 7 catches.
Yes.
Yeah.
63 yards.
Seven catches for 63 yards. But I think Cedric Tillman is a possible number 1 receiver that you can still get in 50% of your leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, too, I talked to Brian about this, Martin, but Pearsall from Frisco. Pearsall.
Mm-hmm.
Pearsall, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at him too. He's a free agent. Well, actually, I have him on my bench. So is that a good pick to have him on the bench? Because I got 2 good receivers.
You're gonna probably want to start him. Who they playing though? But I would really strongly consider him putting in the flex.
It doesn't matter because
he's gonna be the only one.
Kittle is out now. There's no one else there.
Look, they're all hurt. Purdy's hurt. Kittle's hurt. Freaking
Ayuk's still hurt.
Well, yeah, he's not even relevant until like week 7 or 8.
He's pumped.
Like, it's
It's
just the honest truth. He's not going to be relevant until like week 8. And trust me, I know, because once he comes in, he's going to definitely change the game.
Yeah,
they're all banged up. Purdy, CMC, Kittle, they're all. I don't know what is cool. Just like they're.
I mean, it's 49ers. They're always.
I don't know what's in the water over there, but just everybody are just brittle.
Do you think that means Isaac Garendo should be someone that you should be looking at? Or should he be the handcuff for even with CMC?
Cash him, but I don't think he's going to be like my target.
So would you Brian Robinson or Isaac Garendo?
Yeah, I would go Brian Robinson over him
because he's going to get touches no matter what.
If CMC really gets hurt, then I think they'll lean on Brian Robinson because he's the bigger back for the goal line work. And what is this game about? Touchdowns is king. So
yeah,
I see Garendo getting in between the pylons, but once they get to the goal line, all that work that Garendo did, it's going to be given to Robinson.
Deuce, what's up, man? Deuce, he's the GOAT, guys. Yeah, it's just week 1. So only hint I will give y'all is bet on the Rams.
You got lucky. Lucky.
Look, I'm telling you this. We talked about this when we were on Dynasty Pylon. I'm telling you that defense is special, and Matthew Stafford is a winner. That's all it takes sometimes. Watch out for the Rams. That division is going to be real suspect. Don't be surprised they win 10 games. Just saying.
Yeah.
Is Calvin Austin drafting any of you guys' leagues?
No. As a matter of fact, well, he's raw. It's crazy that he's not rostered in our dynasty league, which is crazy because we have big rosters.
Yeah,
he's available. He's rostered at 62%.
Yeah,
but he's not. He's not rostered in ours.
Not ours.
He'll be rostered tomorrow.
I promise you with the waiver.
He'll be rostered tomorrow, but no, he's not rostered in ours. I was very surprised when I saw that. I was like, no one has him.
But who knew that we could depend on him again? All it takes is a quarterback who could throw the ball. Who knew?
Yeah. Well, we've been saying this about they haven't had a quarterback since Big Ben, and even Big Ben's last 2 years were
terrible.
We're sad. Like no, they were sad. They were definitely terrible, but it was more sad than anything because you saw a legend. Period.
It's like watching Eli Manning during the last couple of years, or Peyton Manning the last couple of years. Last year.
Hush your mouth. Don't you talk about Peyton.
Yeah. It's when legends don't know when to quit. And
it's like, please, we know you're a legend. Please just let it go.
Cooper Kupp right now is the guy I could think
He's
of
done.
this season.
He's done. Yeah.
He's been
done. Okay. Ace says Hollywood had so much better second half. I don't think Juju is that badly hurt. I think Juju's going to be that still that possession receiver, and Hollywood's going to be the guy that's going to take the top off.
Yeah. Also, I was looking for, if you're looking for a tight end, Michael Mayer.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach Ertz also. I was
Zach
looking
Ertz
at
as well. Yeah.
Zach Ertz, yes.
Harold Fanning might be a good one too.
I don't see. I
like how he
getting it.
I
don't know.
I need to see another week.
Because Njoku's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't rely on a joke. I would rather go after Mayer because Bowers is gonna be gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fannin, if you don't need him and you just need him as a backup, maybe and stash him, maybe he overtakes, but I don't think he's gonna overtake. Like they just pay Njoku like
$1
billion. Like
he's literally going to be there the next 2-3 years. But the question is, how long is Flacco going to start?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who the hell are they going to replace him with?
Who they going to replace him with?
If it doesn't matter, I mean, Flacco did the same thing a rookie would do. 82 yards.
Everybody who's behind him sucks just as bad.
You don't know that.
I'm not putting Sanders out there. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want Sanders to play the entire year. I don't want him. I want him to be traded.
Sanders should even play.
I don't want him in there, but Dylan Gabriel is out there, so let's see him go mess up. I want to see Dylan Gabriel get effed up. That's what I want.
That's mean, but that's probably true.
You need to know what you have, right? Because you got all these young guys on your roster. You need to know who Dylan Gabriel is. Joe Flacco being 41 years old, you don't need to know who Joe Flacco is. If your team is good, he'll be enough. So I don't know. That's just something I understand. Dude said, to be real, Rams should have beat the Eagles last year, but hey, they'll get to the Super Bowl in the 49ers Stadium this year.
It was snowing, and you had 1st and 10 at the 25, and you missed all four.
But that's going to depend on Stafford's back. Is how that's going to hold up.
Yeah. That's probably going to be the big thing because I know that defense is going to be good.
I said it. I said it. That's why I had them. We were doing the playoff roster, and I said they could beat the Eagles, bro. I'm just telling you, if they go against them, don't be surprised.
Especially
the way they
play
play,
now.
They can beat them.
Especially where they look now on the defense end.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua is going to have a field day. Puka and Adams.
He might be hurt. You never know with Puka. So just saying. All right, guys. Is there anyone that we missed?
Not that I know of. I think I said all the people I was looking at. Oh, Marvin Mims, right? Marvin Mims too.
Didn't have that great game.
Yeah,
You can have him.
I want to talk about one guy, and then we'll get out of here. Okay. So Martin, we were talking about the Atlanta Falcons, and he was like, you know what? I don't trust my team. I don't trust nothing they have to do because I don't trust our quarterback. Do you still feel the same? Do you still feel that same way about Michael Penix Jr., another left-handed quarterback who, if you change one letter in their name, sounds like a male body part? Vic, you can. Penix.
I need to see. Look, he did pretty good at the end of the season. He did pretty good at the opener, and it was against Tampa Bay too. I really thought we were going to lose that game.
Oh yeah, another guy who went to 3 different schools
and showed.
I was happy that he utilized all his weapons.
Mm-hmm. That
was probably the only dude who I saw outside of Josh and who else utilized like literally all his weapons. There was like 3 dudes I saw that utilized every single. I think it was
Fields did it too, didn't
he? I think it was Fields.
Justin did a good job, but so Rodgers did too.
Did too. That game was really good. Overall, look, I don't know. And I think that's just because I'm the biggest critic against my own team anyway.
He looked amazing. I really liked it.
He did, and I was actually shocked. I'm like, all right, you know what? All right. So it's sometimes you just gotta warm up to players. Yeah. If he continues to do this for the next 2 weeks, by the 4th week, I'll be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll believe in him. But right now, it's just because I'm a Falcons fan. You know?
I'm calling it now. By the end of the season, I'm buying Martin a Penix jersey for his birthday. It's going to happen. He's going to have it. He's going to be like, what is this?
That's crazy.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, we've already passed our time, so I want to get out of here on early, instead of getting the hour and a half. So let's get out of here. Thank you, Martin, for helping us with the IDP and all the rest of the waiver wire stuff. Hopefully the Bears can wake the hell up and do better against the Lions, but this might be a get right game, so I don't know about that. Hey, Baron, Grant, thank you guys for being here. Till then, Deuce, Ace, appreciate you guys always being there, having our backs. I saw you, Derpy. Sorry we caused you so much pain. Till next time, see you on Wednesday, Dynasty Pylon, and next Tuesday, right back here, talking about the Chicago Bears. See you guys later. Appreciate you. Peace.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so